Yeah, I think definitely our architectural, I mean, the curriculum needs to be relooked at. And, this was something, even if you're looking at the way of designing, that's the very basic. When we are taught designing as architects, we are taught in a manner which is very Western.
Yeah,
I mean, using the drafting and all, but I mean, it's not just the tools that you're using are Western, but it is also the mind that is being, trained into a way of orienting yourself to design in a Western manner. And
yeah.
why I'm saying this is like when I was even doing Havelis, and I realized that the Indian mind always designed from the center outwards. So
Interesting.
if you're designing something, you will, if when I said the craftsperson, he marks the dots. If he has a panel, he'll mark the dot and then his design generates.
Hmm.
So we were always, it's a centric thing if you see in all our designs. And if it was the Haveli, we would design from the mark the center of the courtyard, mark the courtyard. The courtyard was our living space. The others were just peripherals. And then how they came up based on the material constraint and all. And we are never taught that designing in our architecture colleges. So then we have a Western mind, and then we look at these traditional structures, and we are trying to understand it in the same way like Swinton Jacob documenting the Jaipur portfolio. So we just get limited to that till we talk, like I said, to the craftspeople or realize that there is another way of doing it. So that has been, since I did my PhD, I always thought that I would really like to get involved in a studio where the students are looking at the Indian way of designing, how you mark things on site or how you work from center outwards, not make the site and then divide. And that's the macro level in coming into the micro, but we are inside out. So it's a totally different way of designing. I think it's good if our architecture colleges incorporate it right from first year and say that these are the two ways you decide. I'm not saying we stop the Western because we are too much into that and that has a logic of its own, but at least we have a broader way of looking at design rather than just the way we
That
have been taught.
that